This is Info Live TV Headline News. I'm Daniel Ben-Non. The IDF raised its level of alert along the Gaza border on Thursday amid fears that Hamas may try to launch a cross-border attack to coincide with a demonstration on Sunday marking the founding of the organization. Meanwhile, the army has called up special reserve units who are currently undergoing training in the Feiglin base in preparation for a Gaza operation. On Thursday, the Golani Infantry Brigade, along with units from the IDF's Armored Corps, finished a large-scale training exercise in northern Israel, which not only simulated the threat from Hezbollah in Syria in the north, but also dealt with a threat from Hamas in Israel's south. As the expiration of the Israel-Hamas ceasefire is set to take place on Friday, IDF officers have begun calling for the resumption of military operations against Hamas in the Gaza Strip. Defense Minister Ehud Barak, however, has called for the extension of the ceasefire, despite the firing of over 200 mortars and Qassam rockets into Israel in recent weeks. On Wednesday, Prime Minister Ehud Olmert met with Defense Minister Ehud Barak and Foreign Minister Tzipi Livni to discuss Israel's plan of action at the ceasefire's expiration. Yet no operative decision was reached. Israel submitted an official letter of complaint to UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon on Thursday, in which it condemned recent remarks made by the Vice President of Iran. The Iranian Vice President was quoted on Tuesday as saying that the Zionist regime is harming both the Islamic world and humanity as a whole, and therefore the destruction of Israel should be an international goal. Israel's UN ambassador Gabriela Shalev called the remarks part of an ongoing Iranian campaign to promote the destruction of the State of Israel. The Likud Elections Committee on Thursday moved far-right activist Moshe Feiglin from the 20th place on the party ticket to place 36, despite his strong showing at this week's party primaries. The move is seen as a triumph for Likud chairman Benjamin Netanyahu, who was concerned that the success of his arch-rival Feiglin and his supporters would foil his efforts to present his right-of-center party as more centrist for the election. While Feiglin opposed the decision at first, he then said he would respect the party's choice. Bank of Israel Governor Stanley Fischer said on Thursday that the government's decision to transfer 100 million shekels in cash to banks in the Gaza Strip was justified. Fischer said that Israel made the decision because it could not be held responsible for the collapse of a banking system that uses the Israeli shekel. The decision was met with harsh criticism from Knesset members and dozens of family members of victims of terrorist rocket attacks, as many believe that the money will be used by Hamas to fund terrorist activities. The Iranian Foreign Ministry summoned the French ambassador to Tehran on Wednesday, following remarks made this week by French President Nicolas Sarkozy about his Iranian counterpart Mahmoud Ahmadinejad. According to Iranian media, Iran's deputy foreign minister expressed strong objections to recent comments by Sarkozy, in which he said he would refuse to shake Ahmadinejad's hand. The Iranian official warned about the impact Sarkozy's remarks could have on the two countries' bilateral relations. Thank you for watching Info Live TV, Israel's only internet television channel that broadcasts in 4 languages from Jerusalem to the world.